So these are 2 capsules. This is a FDA-approved product. This is a very commonly sold supplement. So
Preston Mason is a Harvard University researcher.
And give it a smell.
It smells a little bit fishy, but not bad.
Right. Smells. You're going to have always some smell.
One of the issues with fish oil is it's delicate. It's extracted as a byproduct from oily fish like anchovies. As the fish get crushed, the oil is exposed to oxygen, and it doesn't take much oxygen to turn the oil rancid.
This is a common supplement for fish oil. See what that smells like.
Oh,
What?
that doesn't smell good. That smells like it's going bad.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's a very strong, fishy smell.
If it was simply an odor issue, that would be one thing. But oxidized oil contains oxidized lipids. Lipids are one of the building blocks of cells. Scientists have long known that lipids, when oxidized, may do harm.
So oxidized lipid triggers inflammatory responses within our body, particularly in our cells. And if we ingest oxidized lipid, we can trigger these inflammatory changes that can lead to things like cardiovascular disease.
No one yet knows at what point oxidized lipids may become dangerous. But over the years, studies have shown omega-3 supplements containing high levels of them. In 2002, the industry set a maximum oxidation standard, a voluntary one. And yet just this year in New Zealand, a study found 83% of fish oil supplements failed to meet the industry standard.
It was shocking to see such a high proportion of products that had high oxidation levels. And so we went and actually bought 47 products from the New Zealand market and had them tested.
Well, what was the percentage that you discovered that were not in compliance with your standards?
It was around 20%.
Would you agree that 20% is still problematic?
Well,
from a consumer's point of view, I mean,
if it's truly 20%, then yeah, we would like to see those 20% improved.
But even if the industry improves the quality of fish oil, it won't address the other issue about omega-3 supplements, and that is the growing evidence that they don't live up to their claims, that they don't help prevent disease.
2 years ago, endocrinologist Dr. Andrew Gray compiled all the best studies on fish oil, as reported in the world's most prestigious scientific journals. The vast majority were in agreement.
I think for cardiovascular disease, one has to say there is no compelling evidence that taking fish oils protects against a first heart attack or a second heart attack. And so people who are advised to do that or are doing it are wasting their time and their money.
But the fish oil industry continues to insist the benefits are real. We asked the Industry Association to send us their best evidence, which strangely turned out to include some of the same studies Gray had cited, and didn't seem to help the case that Adam Ismail was trying to make.
This one says it doesn't appear to reduce sudden cardiac death. The next one, insufficient evidence. JAMA 2012, overall omega-3 supplementation was not associated with a lower risk of all-cause mortality. Another journal, 2012, the evidence is not clear-cut and any benefits are almost certainly not as great as previously believed. So that doesn't seem to be suggesting there's an overwhelming amount of evidence.
Yeah, well, I think what you're looking at are the abstracts. And I brought the studies with me so I can show you the actual data from inside the full papers.
But the conclusions are the conclusions.
Well, but again, those papers are looking at very large areas of cardiovascular disease, and you know, I think it's hard to argue that omega-3s aren't important for how your heart functions.
It might be true if you get the omega-3s from eating actual fish. The problem is science has yet to prove the same is true for supplements.
We would think that something that's natural, that's essential to normal cell function and body function would have clinical benefits. It just has to be proven. There's a lot of important and noise or promotion, but we still need the strong clinical trials to validate those hypotheses.